letter from the president? I know. Somebody left you $1 million.
Oh, hi, Paul. Paul, hey, yeah. You remember Jim Leyton?
Jim Leyton, that big mountain man, the one you had the big fight with? I'd as soon remember an earthquake.
Well, Paul, he's getting married.
Jim Leyton's getting married?
Yep. And he wants me to be his best man. On account I'm the only feller that ever whooped him fair and square.
Jim Leyton. Oh, there's a man that walks around with trouble in a bundle and loves every minute of it.
Well, Paul, according to this letter, he's changed.
Him changed? Hoss, do yourself a favor. Keep away from him. He's trouble, big trouble, nothing but trouble.
Well, but even so, Paul, it's sort of an honor to be invited to be Jim Leyton's best man. I mean, up there in the mountain country, his country. I reckon I ought to be thinking about a wedding present for him or something.
Well, it better be portable if you're going to travel all that way.
Hey, Paul. You know them little match ponies you got from old Gene Hendricks?
Oh, no, you don't. Not them match ponies. You keep away from them now. Why'd you get him something simple? Like a pair of matched bears. Or dueling pistols, or a lace for the bride.
Oh, Paul, lace? Jim Leyton ain't gonna marry no gal like that. Now, look, Paul, I'll offer you a fair price for him, and I know you didn't pay much for him. Paul, look, I owe it to him. That was the best dang fight I ever had in my life.
Yeah, you almost got yourself killed in that best dang fight you ever had. Now you want to be with him again. Oh, I just smell another fight. But you're set and going, aren't you? Well, tell you what. The match ponies are yours.
Thanks, Paul.
It's your bones, too.
You Paiutes? Comanche? I come in peace, whoever you are.
in your ornery cantankerous hide. You ain't changed a bit, Jim.
Oh, yes, I have, you big hay-shaking farmer. In the old days, I'd have used a real engine. Doggone, Hoss, it's good to see you, even if you are a plumb sorry-looking sight.
Wait till I start prodding you down that aisle. Then we'll see who's going to be the sorry-looking sight.
Now, hold on. Just 'cause you whoop me fair and square in your own backyard don't give you no license to forget who's king of this here mountain. And I'll tell you something else. If you don't get a pot of coffee on about nothing flat, I'm gonna give you a chance to try your luck again.
You better save yourself for that wedding. You know something, Jim? You got a good life up here.
Yeah, but it gets awful lonesome.
Well, I never did mind being lonesome if I was by myself. It's being lonesome with somebody that scares me.
Scares me, too. You know, Hoss, I reckon that's the reason that I run all over the country getting into trouble like I did. And I come back home here and seen how Julie had growed up.
You sure do get moony-eyed when you talk about her. I reckon you mean it, don't you?
Hoss, she's cut right out of these here mountains. But soft, though. And I sure do mean it.
Well, sir, I'll tell you, Jim, you're going to have all the good luck that I can possibly wish down on you.
Hoss, that's the reason I ask you to be my best man. You know, with all that pallor, why, you ought to pack a little bit of weight upstairs.
Very funny. She probably don't deserve you, even if she has got poor judgment. What's the matter?
Somebody's a-coming. It's Julie, I think.
Well, you figuring on shooting her? You ain't even married yet.
Just stop your yapping. I think she's got her paw on.
Jim?
Yeah, Julie? You got your paw with you?
Yeah, but he ain't armed. He promised he wouldn't start anything. Will you talk to him?
Where's he at, Julie?
Behind the rock.
You sure he ain't armed?
I searched him myself.
All right, sweetheart. Bring him on in.
Come on, Pa, come on.
You're gonna get my head shot off.
Pa.
You lead me to the slaughter like a lamb.
Now, you gonna keep your word?
Look, if I made you a promise, I'm going to keep it. But it ain't going to make no difference, because that no-good skunk you think you're marrying, he don't know the difference between right and wrong.
Now, Pa, I don't think, I know there's gonna be a wedding.
If he lives that long. What's that?
Well, this is Hoss Cartwright. He's gonna be best man at our wedding. Hoss, this is Julie. Grizzly, Hoss.
Hello, Hoss. I sure heard a lot about you.
Well, thank you, Miss Julie. I've heard a lot about you, too. Mr. Martingale?
Any friend of Leyton's is a mortal enemy of mine.
Am I your enemy, Pa?
Well, that's different, Julie. You're my daughter. Besides, you don't know what you're doing.
Jim, look, have I been invited here to be best man at the wedding or second for a fight?
Stick around. Just might be a pallbearer.
That's right. Just keep her talking.
Keep
Now,
your
you
big mouth shut or I'll take you apart.
Stop it, the both of you. Now, Pa, you ain't never broke a promise to me before. Are you gonna make this the first? And you promised to negotiate with Pa. Did you mean it?
All right, let's get it over with.
Not just talk this time? You both really try?
I'll try.
Well, I promised, didn't I?
All right, then. Hoss, will you take me for a walk? These two got some palavering to do.
Go ahead, Hoss.
Yes, ma'am. I'd be happy to, ma'am.
If he tries anything, just holler, Julie.
Well, I just may not. Well, it's kind of simple, really. Those two are the only real loves of my life. And I can't get them to be friends.
What's it all about, anyhow, Miss Julie?
Oh, they in there arguing over a piece of land they both lay claim to.
A big piece of land?
A very, very little piece, but a lot of stubborn pride. Sometimes pride's worth more than land out here.
Look, how did they come about laying claim to the same piece of land?
It was a stake in a card game. They both had the same hand. Pair of trays, ace, jack, 4. And they've been arguing over it ever since. That was 14 years ago.
Yeah. Well, there's one thing for sure. This sure ain't no atmosphere for a wedding, is it?
Oh, sure is quiet in there. That's a bad sign. Means they're up to something.
Look, I'll go over and stick my head in and take a peek.
Oh, you be careful. They both be real touchy. I know 'em.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry to interrupt your conversation, but I got some stuff in my saddlebags over here I needed to tend to.
I was a fool ever to come over here, palaver with a swindling cheat. You ain't gonna bamboozle me out of what's mine. Never again.
I don't want what's yours, you belly-aching old billy goat. All I want is what's mine. What you're claiming is yours and ain't. I won that fair and square in that poker game.
You did not. You lost. Boy, will you get out of here? You're getting on my nerves.
Now, he's my guest. Don't you go telling him what to do.
That's right. Keep your bodyguard close at hand. You're gonna need him, you fork-tongued old lizard.
Now, watch out what you're saying, old man. Julie's paw or not, there's a limit to what I'm going to take off of you.
Well, hurry up and get to it, cause I'm sick of your empty blather.
You talk like you're sick of breathing, do you?
Now listen to me. Why, you two sound like a bunch of overgrown children. And I sure ain't gonna spend the rest of my life listening to you growling at each other. Or maybe one of you losing hold and killing the other. And I sure ain't gonna choose between you neither. So don't make it come to that. Now you better settle this thing somehow.
Oh, Julie, you know I'm trying to settle it.
Yeah, me too, honey. It's this lying cheat you're marrying.
See what he said?
You both make me sick.
You two are blaming everybody but yourself, and that poor little girl, she's soaking up the misery from both of you.
Ah, simmer down. It ain't as clear-cut as all that.
Well, it is to me. You wouldn't recognize the solution if it came up and punched you in the gut.
I would, too.
You would, huh? How about you?
I ain't heard nothing out of you but a lot of meddling talk. And no solution to nothing.
Why,
Jim! Wait a minute, Jim. Jim, look. Why don't you give the land to the old man? He's got his self-respect buried there in it, Jim, and I'll guarantee if you do, he'll hand Julie over to you wrapped up in a white ribbon.
Now, what about my self-respect? Shoot, I wouldn't be no good to Julie or myself, either one, without it. I told you one time before, Hoss, what my life has been like. Well, it's just my pride that's all's kept me alive. Julie knows that as well as anybody else does.
Since when's it gonna hurt your pride, Jim, to give a little?
Well, if I go giving in to old Grizzly now, why, I'll lose everything. Hoss, I've carved a life for myself out of these mountains. I've been called a dirty, no-good renegade half-breed. I've been locked up, shot up, spit on, but I won. Shoot, I'm king of these here mountains, and I ain't gonna give that up to nobody. Hoss, you tried to understand me one time before, and you saved my life. I'm asking you, just string along with me again, will you?
Jim, how far is it from here to that little piece of property? I'd kind of like to take a look at it.
What's the matter? You want to buy it?
Oh, I might. If you two ever decide who rightfully owns it. Come on. Let's go take a look at it.
All right.
Jim, you mean to tell me that rock pile out there is what you fellas been fighting over all this time?
Well, I'll admit it's a little bit dry, but they tell me it used to be a real pretty spot for the creek change course.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's so bad at that.
What are you driving at?
No, just might have me a little idea. Here. I've been thinking. There's an easy solution to the problem of who owns that property.
Ain't no problem. I own it.
You arbitrate.
What? What'd you call me?
No, Grizzly, I ain't calling you nothing. That ain't what arbitrate means. Arbitrate means that the two of you will go out and get a third party. Somebody that ain't got no stake in neither one of you, and somebody that both of you agree on. Now, this third party then does some thinking on the matter, and he decides who rightfully owns the property. And then both of you agree to abide by his decision.
Oh, now, hold on just a minute.
No, Pa, he's right. You know he's right. Why, it's the only way.
Sounds fair and square to me.
Somewhere in this, there's a trick. I can feel it.
I can feel it too, Pa. I can feel my last chance coming up.
Well, supposing I lose this here, whatever that dang word is, does that mean I wasn't cheated? Does that mean I gotta bless the marriage of my only daughter to the man what cheated me?
Do it for my sake. Let me marry in peace.
Look, the way I see it, it's the only way you two are going to get by each other without busting heads.
What's wrong with knocking heads?
It ain't a proper way to bless a marriage, Pa. I want my marriage blessed proper.
But, honey, I just don't like this fancy way of settling things.
But you do it? For me? Please.
Who do you want to try first?
Well, how about the mayor?
Oh, no, not the mayor. I didn't vote for him. I told him so, too.
What about a judge? Is there a judge in town?
Comes by twice a year, but he wouldn't do no how. Dad blame idiot went and fined me $2 for busting up a saloon one time.
But, Jim, he suspended the sentence.
It don't matter. It's a principle of the thing. What I done to that saloon is worth $10 any day.
Well, let's try the store clerk. Either you owe me any money?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're on equal footing.
Old lady.
Yeah, snores real loud. Sign of character.
I never seen an honest shopkeeper in my life.
Me neither. Hey, wake up. Wake up!
Grizzly. Jim. Something wrong?
Why, Pa and Jim are finally going to settle their land dispute. We need an arbitrator.
Please, folks, I got a wife, I got 3 kids, and I'm allergic to crossfire. Anybody knows I'm not too bright, and I don't know a darn thing about land. You fellas don't have to worry about the money you owe me, okay? Please, don't make me do this.
What if... No, forget it. It wouldn't work. What about the undertaker?
Nope. Never paid him for planting Uncle Jake. Uncle Jake weren't worth planting.
What about a doctor? They ought to be a doctor in town. They're supposed to be brave and honest.
No. I never paid him for birthing Julie.
Oh, we've been through this whole blame town. They're either too scared or one of you rejected them.
Somewhere in this town, there's an arbitrator, and I'm going to find him if I have to turn over every stinking rock.
I'm going home.
Well, I'm going to the saloon. All this thinking has parched me.
Yeah, why don't you?
I reckon she's fed clean up by now.
I don't blame her none, neither. Yet that burn lunkhead, why don't you go on after her? That's what she wants you to do, and say something nice to her, too. Dang it, Jim, you don't know nothing about women, do you?
All right, Romeo. All right. I'm sorry, Julie. I'm sorry that it couldn't have been simple and easy.
Sorry? Why should Jim Leyton be sorry about anything? Why, he's king of the mountain. Kings don't have to be sorry about nothing.
Right now, I don't hardly feel like king of a molehill. Julie, I can't help it what I am. When I asked you to marry me, it was me you said yes to, not something or somebody else.
Life sure would have been easier had I turned you down.
I reckon it ain't too late to change your mind.
Jim, it was too late the day I met you.
Give me a beer, please, sir.
You dogging my footsteps, farmer boy?
Nope. Just trying to be sociable. And that ain't too easy with you.
I don't mean it to be.
Grizzly, why don't you swallow a little bit of that pride of yours and give Julie a chance? Now, you got to start someplace, so why don't you decide on an arbitrator by tomorrow?
Now, look, farmer boy, don't push me. Just back off. I got ornery blood.
Ain't nobody pushing.
Oh, yes, there is. You are. All of you are. You just won't let a man grow old in peace. Got to take away everything he's got. Well, you ain't doing that to me, boy. I can still look out for myself. Now, just leave me alone. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of all of you. Now, just leave me alone.
Dad burn. If you ain't got a knack for putting together more words and saying less with them than any man I ever met in my life. Hey, Parson. Hey, Parson. Thank you for stopping. I ain't gonna hurt you.
You ain't? Or aren't?
No, why'd I want to do that?
Well, I haven't been doing very well in these parts. You see, I'm needed so badly that I'm not at all wanted. I seem to get run out of town before I even get in.
Yeah, it is sort of tough country, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm just not cut out for it. Yes, it was all a mistake anyway. I applied for duty at the Borneo mission, but they sent me here instead.
Yes, sir. I got a mighty big favor to ask of you.
A favor?
A big one.
You a Republican?
We're not allowed to discuss our political affiliation while under the cloak. I'm sorry.
Did you ever catch a trout on a feather?
I prefer silver spoons myself.
What's the difference between a steelhead and a rainbow?
If I remember correctly, the steelhead is the marine form of the rainbow trout, more correctly known as Salmo gardneri. Oh, the steelhead would be Salmo gardneri gardneri.
What's worth more, a skunk or a white weasel pelt?
The weasel.
Now, don't you go giving me that look like I'm all used to do.
Thank you, Mr. Cartwright. Yes, I've reached my decision.
Well, out with it.
Oh, yes, the decision. By the moral power vested in me by the Mission Society and approved by the Greater Seminary Council and weighted by the good book, I have examined the facts and looked into my heart and soul for a decision.
Out with it! Please.
I know very little about poker, but even to the innocent, it's obvious that the hands of the disputants were identical. Now, the logical way to settle that dilemma would have been for one to sell or trade one half of the land to the other. Therefore, my decision as arbitrator is that the land be sold to a third party and the money divided between the disputants. Now, if you will excuse me.
Thank you very much, Parson. Thank you. Well, gentlemen, that decision seems most fair to me. Now, me being the third party, I'm offering you $200 for that property. That's $100 apiece. Anybody want to top it? All righty. Looks like it's a deal. And Grizzly, there's your 100. And Jim, there's your 100. Now, since I'm the sole owner of that property out there, it looks like we can stop all this feuding, don't it?
Suits me. You want to shake, Grizzly?
Sure, it suits you. You won this round with double talking and fancy doings. Had it figured all the time. Make a fool out of me in front of the whole dang town.
Now, Pa, you promised to abide by the decision. You gonna break your word?
Well, honey, there's some promises come first before others. You come in here with your pocket full of wise sayings, all ready to solve everybody's problems. Sitting up there on your fine horse, all big and fat, huh? Getting yourself some
old runt of a parson who don't know the difference between a poker hand and a scalping knife to stand in front of the whole town and say, I don't own what I own. And my own daughter, listening to him, siding with him. Your mother had a few things to say to you about that. Out of my way!
Don't you talk to me about Ma. She'd have loved seeing you break your word this way.
My honor's put out there on that land. It's being stomped on.
Pa, I don't know what you're talking about anymore.
Well, then, I guess maybe there's ain't no more use talking.
You cool off, Julie. Look, honey, we got our own lives to live. There ain't nothing we can do about it if a stubborn old man wants to walk on everybody that crosses his path.
Just ain't fair. Being caught between the two men I love this way.
Jim, let her go.
I'll kill him, so help me, I'll...
That's all Julie needs for you to kill him.
Hoss, he's looking for a fight. You know that as well as I do.
All right. Is that what you want, a fight? Or a marriage? Look, Jim, that old man has put his pride in front of his own daughter's happiness. Now, is that what you want?
It's 6-5 and 3-1. 3-1 and 6-5. 6-5, there ain't no wedding. 3-1, Hayden wins the fight. Now, come on and get in here. What's the matter with you, Bob? Don't you feel lucky? All right, get back down here and get some action here. Get red hot. How much do you want? Give me. What do you want? Give me.
It fits, Pa. Well, I'm just the same size as Mom.
That's right, honey, same size. On the outside.
On the inside, too, Pa. And I love you just as much as she did.
But she never went contrary to my thinking, my feelings, like you.
Well, she was your wife, Pa. And I want to be a wife, too. And be beholden to my husband's thinking and feelings.
Not when it's to that Jim Leyton.
But, Pa, I love him. And if you love me, you bless my wedding.
Not when it's to that sneaking thief.
Burn it, hold still. This is going to be hard enough like it is.
What is this, a dressing or a lynching?
Well, it's a little bit of both, but better you than me.
Some friends you turn out to be.
Dang it, now hold still.
I am.
Well, quit shaking then.
I ain't a-shaking.
You ain't? Hold out your hands.
Hoss, I ain't been so scared since that bear run me up a tree when I was 5 years old.
What are you scared of?
Did you ever get a good look at me? What do you suppose a pretty little thing like that Julie's doing marrying an ugly galoot like me?
Dang if I know, Jim, but if I was you, I'd hurry up and get to that church before she changed her mind and backs out.
Congratulations, Jim. Bygones is bygones.
Thanks a lot, Harry. They sure is.
You're hooked, Jim. No use tormenting you no more. Might as well shake.
It's been a long time, Wesley. Say, I want you to meet my good friend and best man, Hoss Cartwright.
Howdy. How are you, Wesley?
Hiya, Hoss.
Hi, how are you, sir? Howdy. How are you, sir?
Look at her, Hoss.
Ain't she something?
Julie, how beautiful. Oh, congratulations.
Mr. Leyton?
Give me the ring.
What I do, ring? Burn it.
Here. Now, hang on to it.
Right.
We are gathered here to wed in holy matrimony Jim Leyton and Julie Martingale. Here in this conclave of God, we must face our nature and our destiny. By the power vested in me, I hereby declare this ceremony commenced, with this stipulation, that if there be any man present who has reason that this marriage should not take place, let him speak now or forever hold his peace.
I'll be speaking now.
Don't do it, Grizzly.
Jim Leyton, you and me's gonna fight.
Grizzly, you're forcing me to kill you.
You ought to be ashamed. This is a church.
Jim, you can't fight him. If you do, you'll lose everything.
All right, Parson, this is a saloon again now.
Just stay out of my way, horse.
Jim, I can't let you do this. That Bernadette just ain't right.
Let him go, Hoss. Let them kill each other. Maybe they're right. Maybe it's the way it has to be. Pa, you feeling so old and sorry for yourself has turned you into a foolish old man who's given his daughter a wedding day she'll never forget. I just want to ask you one thing, and it's the last thing I'll ever ask. Why? Tell me why.
Julie, honey, that piece of land used to be real pretty with a stream running through it and poppies growing there. Your Ma, she was just 16. She used to go there and pick flowers. I met her there. I promised her that I'd always keep that place.
And you bet it on a poker game. And it's the shame of that day that's done this to us.
He cheated me.
Pa, nobody cheated you. You could have stopped that a long time ago. It's too late now.
I'd have said something about that land.
You keep your hatchet face out of my affairs, yeah? Ain't no concern of yours. Now, come on, let's get on with the fighting.
Whoop! Wait a minute, boys. Fight about what? You fellas seem to be forgetting it. I own that property now. You ain't got nothing to fight about, have you?
Well, all right, here's your money back. Now it belongs to me again.
Oh, no, wait a minute. That money's just for half of it, even if I did decide to keep it. You see, I still own the other half.
Jim, are you still king of this here mountain, or has your friend here taken it away from you?
I'm sorry, horse. Now we own her together again, huh?
All right, now let's fight and settle this thing once and for all.
Wait a minute. Hold it. You're overlooking another very important fact. And that is that, well, that land just ain't for sale. I bought that property fair and square. And most of the people in this room were witness to it. If you two want that property, you're going to have to fight me for it. Either one of you or both of you. Don't make no difference.
Well, all right. One side, Jim. I'll take him.
No, I'll whoop him. He's my friend.
Now, just a doggone minute.
Now, hold on, Grizzly. If you and me go fighting one another, why, we ain't gonna have enough whooping power left to handle him. Tell you what we'll do. We'll flip for him.
All right. I'll take heads.
Thanks, horse. Tails.
Oh, shucks.
Gonna be different this time.
Well.
Hey, that was a little dandy, Jimmy.
Come on, I get 3-1 on you. Get up.
Jimmy Solitude's winning me.
Well, if there's one thing in this world you got plenty of, it's wind.
Come on.
Love, Julie. You'll never know. You're gonna have to give up that land or you'll never get her.
My ancestors had turned over in their grave. He's looking at you. Well, Grizzly, any doubt in your mind who's king of the mountain now?
Give up?
Never.
No, it's me, Jimmy boy. We sure whopped them, didn't we?
What do you mean, we?
Well, on account of you did most of the fighting, you can still be king of the mountain if you want. We don't let no outsider come in here telling us what to do, huh?
What about the land?
Well, remembering's the important part. Let him keep it. He bought it fair and square, didn't he?
Hey, maybe we better get that big gunsel outside where he can get some air, huh?
Yeah.
I better go get Julie, huh?
Oh, no, Jim. Let me. It's more fitting.
Somebody better go get a bucket of water.
Julie!
You and he won the fight.
Come on, honey. Let's get inside, get on with the wedding.
Go on in, sweetheart. I golly, before your pa changes his mind again. You all right?
Yeah. You going inside, I'll join you in a minute. Jim, I'm still your best man, ain't I?
You sure are, partner.
You know something? I think I won after all.